Hello everybody, this is part 3 of the 1000 penny hunt. There's still loads in there, so let's get going. Let's put that down there, get that lined up. We'll grab a handful, straight into it. Right, what we got? There he is, George the 6th this time, for the first time. Oh, 1949, lovely. Don't think we've got a 49 for the board yet. 62. There's a 1918, and was looking for the mint marks on the 1918. Nothing on that one. They will be to the left of the date if there's a mint mark on there. It'll either be a H or a KN. Some mark the other side, but I think that's just a bit of dirt. Yeah, it's just a bit of dirt. So, yep. Okay, we have an old one here, 1891. That'd be a young head Victoria. But we've got an 1891. What's that? 1865. Don't think we've got an 1865 for the board yet. Very, very worn. Just about make the queen out on that side. There's a shiny one, a 1966, but we do have a nice one already. 65. There's a 1945. On the 1945s, there is a 9 with a double strike, but it has to be very clean before you can see that. So I'll let you know if that is one. Yeah, I'll clean that 9 up later. Right, we've got a 1910, Edward the 7th. Queen Victoria's son. There's a 1919. You can get mint marks on the 1919 as well, but sadly, not on this occasion. There's another old one. What's that one? 1866. We do need that one for the board. Again, very worn. Worn and scratched. Look at that. Wonder how that happened and how long ago. There's the older head, Vale Head Victoria. 1899. 1965. George V. 1920. That is an ultra rare 1920. I haven't made a video on that. Have you got a rare 1920 penny? But I can tell just by looking at that colon that this is a common one. It's George VI, 1940. Two versions of the 1940 to look for. One with a single line above the date and one with a double line. This is the double line. A little bit more common. It's called the Exerg line. It's both quite easy to find. There's another 66, 1921, and last one in this handful is a 1912. That has got a mint mark, but it's quite common, the 1912 with the H mint mark, and we do have a better condition one than that on the board already. Okay, a few to add in the first handful. 1949 and 1945. I hope we find a better condition one with that. And a couple of old Victorians, 1865 and 1866. Okay, if you're new to the channel and you don't know how to get all these, because I'm giving them all away, I usually split this into about 7 or 8 videos. There's 1,000 pennies to search through. And then what I'll do at the end, I'll pick a video at random, and then I'll pick a comment from that video using the YouTube random comment picker. And the person that made that comment will get everything down here. So let's grab some more and get on with it. Right. Get that. Right, 1936. Very common, 1936. There's a 1919. Again, no mint mark on that one. What we got here, there's George V. Oh, Australian penny, the kangaroo. I recently won some Australian pennies in an auction, my last video. They weren't bad condition either. I think they're better than this one. 1940, let's have a look for mint marks. There's no mint marks that I can see, no dots. So this one must have been made in Melbourne. Not the best condition though. If it was made at the Perth Mint, there would be a dot after the letter Y in penny. Right, okay, Edward the 7th, 1904. Got that one though. There's another really old Victoria. Oh dear, not the best condition. 1876, so that will have a little H mint mark under the date. They're all made in Heaton in 1876. But I've got a better one than that, just about anyway. Right, 1914. I think we need a 1914 for the board. 38. There's a 1947. I think we still want a 47, surprisingly, because they're quite common. There's a 1919. Don't think there's a mint mark there, is there? So we'll zoom in. Some kind of mark there. Is that a bit of metal? Yeah, I've given it a rub. It won't come off. I think it is a little bit of metal there. I wonder if it should be a mint mark and something went wrong. Yeah, interesting. I'll have a closer look at that sometime. 64. Oh, what have we got here? Look at that. 5 centimes. French. 1856. And you can see Napoleon III, you can actually see his hair. Usually the hair is completely worn away. That is in nice condition. W mint mark there. And some other sort of mint marks there. An anchor and... what's that, bird? Let's compare that with the other 10 centimes I found in the last hunt. That's how they usually turn up. No hair at all, completely worn away, but that's nice. Probably the best find yet. So that can go down there with the other one. Actually, let's show you that one, because some people are saying in the comments that the one we found in an earlier hunt could be a love token, but I don't know, because it's bent the way it's bent round. But I think if it was a love token, wouldn't they have made a better effort than that? It just looks like it's bent coin to me. Might be though, it might have been bent round in the past and someone's tried to straighten it out a bit. You can just about see his hair on there. But that's much better. Look at that. 55 and a 56. So I'll put that down there anyway. And let's carry on. We've got left 1938. 36. 1920 again. I'll just check that colon. No, that's a common one. 1919, definitely no mint mark on that one. And what we got here? 1905. Okay, we've got the 1947. And 1914. We've got the 1905. Well, that one had a hole in it. So I won't swap it, I'll put them both down there. There we are. And this Australian one can go there. So that was a double bingo line. One there and a complete one there. Lovely. And this 1919 with a little dot there, I'll get that under the microscope sometime. Okay. Got a lot in this handful. Right, 1904. Head with a 7th. And there is a polished coin. It's either been polished or varnished. Horrible. So that's going into the dirty mug. If you don't know what the dirty mug is, you'll have to watch the last video, part 2 or part 1. 1891, but we do have a better one than that. There's a 1912 with an H mint mark. It's not too bad. Let me just oh, that's not too bad that side, is it? Let's compare it with the one on the board. Yeah, the one I've just found, you can see the shield, a little bit more detail on the shield. So we'll swap that one. Put that straight back down there. There we go, swapped it. Oh, there's a halfpenny. First halfpenny. Halfpenny, 1931. George V. Nice. First one in this hunt. 1929. 1918, and we will get a mint mark soon. Come on. Not this time though. Right, say in 1919, and again that's got no mint mark on it. There's a shiny one. Oh, 64. 64, that's much better than the one on the board. That's a definite upgrade. Let me just check my Whitman album. So these are my Whitman folders. I just put pennies that I find from these hunts in these albums, no more. But the 64 I've got in there is not too bad, so I won't be changing that. So that'll be an upgrade for the board. Okay, 1906. 1863. Got one of those already. Might be a little bit better. I'll have a look. Another old one. 1883. Definitely not got an 1883 yet. Nice clear date. Right, 1903. Edward the 7th. Looks like it's got woodworm. Let's check the 3. That is a closed 3 where the number 3 curls around at the top and the bottom. You're looking for one called the open 3, which is flat at the top and not quite as curly at the bottom. So that's no good. Another Edward the 7th. 1907 this time. Bit dirty. Might be better condition than the one on the board though. I will have a look at that one in a minute. Oh wee, what have we got here? Another French one. Oh no, Luxembourg. Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. 1860. 10 centimes. Really nice condition for an 1860. It's good, isn't it, that one? I think these foreign ones probably sit in the back of someone's drawer or cupboard for years and then finally go out into circulation again. That's why they're not so worn, because they would have been bought back and used as a penny, as people have said in the comments, probably by service people, because it would have been worth less than a penny, same as the French 10 centimes. But that's nice. Another new one. Another 1964, not as good. 1909. We've got 1909, yeah, of course we have. On the 1909, you can find a little dot, little raised dot after the N, at the top of the N. I have found one in a hunt. I'll go and get it and show you. There it is. You can see the little raised dot after the N. If I can get any closer. There we go. That's not in bad condition, this one. I reckon I could get £30–40 for that. You can pick them up cheaper. It's not a variety, it's just an error in the die. But it's becoming well known. You can also look at the number 1 and see where it lines up in relation to the beads, to the dots around the edge. I have made a video on that. Have you got a rare Edward the 7th penny? A few weeks ago. Go and have a look at that. I'll explain it a bit more in that video. Right, there's another 1945. Again, I'll have to clean that 9. In fact, I'm going to have to go and get one of those and show you what I mean. Well, there it is, but it's very difficult to see. What I'm going to have to do is put it under the microscope and edit it in here. Hopefully you're seeing that on the screen now. Oh, double strike. I've got no idea the price of that though. This could be one, but without cleaning that 9 out with a softwood cocktail stick or something like that, you can't really tell. 1902. I don't think we've got a 1902 yet. That is a high tide though, so that's a common one. But we're looking for a 1902. Last one in this handful is a 1919. No mint mark. There's the 1902. Another bingo line on this side. 1883. Fills another gap. So there's a 1964, which is definitely an upgrade. That's better. We've got the Luxembourg one, and we've got the Halfpenny. So actually I've got an Irish one there, so I can put that with the other Irish and then move these up a bit. Actually, the Australian one, I just have to mention this. The Matildas, the Australian women's football team, got beaten 3-1 by England yesterday. Come on, you Lionesses. Sorry about that if you're an Australian fan. No, I'm not. Right, let's get the Australian one down there. Then I can move the Luxembourg one there and put the halfpenny there. Here we go again. Okay, oh, look at that. Straight away, we've got an 1862 Napoleon III, 10 centimes. What's that? B? B mint mark, sort of double struck B. Yeah, it is quite worn. Again, you can't see any of his hair. But it's another date, 1862. Right, 1937. 1944. I don't know what that gunk is, but that's dirty enough for the dirty mug. In it goes. 1936. And there's a shined up 1917. Who would sit and polish that? Why? Why do such a thing? Right. 1911. Looking for the hollow neck, where the king's head has got a hollow at the back of the neck, also known as the Gobi X. Michael Gobi discovered it, but that is just a common one. 1962. 1929. 1938. 62. I think that's. Oh, I don't think it's dirty enough of the dirty mug. It definitely is. Bit of 1930s Dulux matte emulsion there for you. I suppose it could have been plonked on there any time, couldn't it? But it's going in the mug. There's a 1920. Common one. What's this? 1902. Not very good condition, is it? Yeah, not very nice. It's a high tide, and we've got one of those. 1918. No mint mark on that. 1920. Common one. There's a shiny one. Come on, be anything but a 66. That's a 66. Alright, 1896 and usual condition. 1896, really worn. 1937. Oh, there's another 1902. No 1902s in the first two hunts. But that's a high tide. And a 1907. Edward the 7th. And the only one for the board this time is the 1862 Napoleon III, 10 centimes. Oh dear, come on. Right. 1904, King Edward the 7th. There's another 1902. And that is a low tide, I think. Yes. Yes, definitely a low tide. See the tide level? It's quite a bit lower than the other one. Let me show you. Okay, the one on the right is a common one where the sea level comes up to where Britannia's legs cross. And the one I just found, as you can see, the level of the sea, or the level of the tide, is much lower. That's nice. 3 or 4 pounds in that condition, I should think. Probably 5. They're not particularly rare, but nice when they turn up. Okay, the next one is another bent coin. Oh, it's another Napoleon III, 5 centimes. Nowhere near as nice as the other one. There's a bit of corrosion going on there as well, but you can read the date, 1855. So it's another find, I suppose. 1912. No mint mark on that one. There's a 66. Right, 1921. 1913. Go back to that. There are 2 varieties of the 1921. They're both very easy to find. I might show that in another video. Probably the next one. 1913. 1918. But I've got no mint mark on that. Was that dirty? Certainly is. In it goes. 64. 1917. 1918. No, nothing there. There's a 1903. Well, that's the common closed 3. There's a 1912 with an H mint mark. Not very nice condition though, scratches on that side. That's pretty horrible, isn't it? It's got an H mint mark on it though. 1916. Look at the stripes on that. And that's a recessed ear type. See how the king's ear has been recessed into the coin. There's quite a dip there. It's probably hard to see on the screen, but I can actually feel the dip there. So that means that we'll have a broken tooth. There we go, look at that. Broken tooth at the top there. One of the beads broken in half. All the recessed ears of 1916 have that. You see the striping on that. Some people say, that's due to the copper and the tin and the zinc that make the bronze not mixing properly. Sort of a bad mix. But then wouldn't it be on the other side as well? I've never quite understood that. Why just on one side? If that was the case, surely it would be on both sides. What are your views on that one? Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of that. Okay, 1937. 36. Another 37. 62, and the last one is a really dirty 66. So the last coin is going in the dirty mug. So I've got that French 5 centimes, that can go down there. We've got the stripy recessed ear. That can go down there with the other 1916. I'll let the winner decide what they think about the stripes on that. And the 1902 low tide can go there. Well, there we are, that's it for this video. If you've got this far and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. I love to see the subscriber count go up. Then all us YouTubers do anyway. Right, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's hope the Lionesses beat Spain on Sunday.